G'day everyone, it's Heath and Tiff from You&Me Personalised Property Services. Again out in Brisbane, beautiful day. And what we wanted to talk about today was mistakes when buying real estate. So, you don't have to be a first homeowner, you could be a 10-time homeowner and still make mistakes. And we just wanted to go through a few of those with you and sort of, not how we can remedy, but, the importance of the due diligence, the importance of using a professional to be able to purchase your home for you, professionals that do this on a daily basis. So, the big one for me is not all selling agents are good and not all are bad, but, you're going to get some rotten apples and you're going to get ones that want to help you. But the reality is that you wouldn't go to court and expect a prosecuting lawyer to work in your best interest. So why would you be spending $1 million here in Brisbane and expect that the prosecuting lawyer, the selling agent, will be there to tell you you can get it as cheap as possible? And the reality is they're not. So we have all the data, all the analytics. We send you reports, videos. Obviously, we've got tens and tens of years of experience within the team, and that's to represent you. But some other big mistakes that people make is not knowing the square meterage of the land, like the cost per square meter of land. But Tiff, what else have you got?
Yeah, probably in the same vein as what you've just been mentioning. I was at an open home with some clients. We'd found a property for them and they were coming through to do the final inspection to make sure that that was the one for them. And there was some other prospective buyers that were at that same home open that we were. And they were talking to the selling agent, trying to work out what the price of the property was because it was going to auction. And those buyers were actually from Melbourne, relocating. And obviously the markets in Melbourne and the markets here in SEQ are very, very different. And they had absolutely no idea what the value of that property was. So they were talking to the agent, trying to ascertain the price, insinuating more than $1 million of where I would place the value of the home. So say it's a $1.5 million home and they're saying to the agent, something around 2.5 million for this property. Now that is an absolute indication when you don't know the market and you are trying to compare, don't do it. Appoint a professional to help you. So we see mistakes like that all the time with people who just do not know the market and don't know where the values are, don't know what they should be paying for something. You can have two homes in the same suburb on two different streets. They could be identical homes and the value of those homes could be very, very different based on a myriad of factors that you as a punter might not be aware of. So we just do all of that due diligence to make sure that clients don't overpay for properties.
And that's exactly right. Like wherever you are in the world, it doesn't really matter. Good point that you raised was the fact that, it could be the exact same house in the exact same suburb, 3 streets apart, but all of a sudden that part of the suburb's dodgy or that part of the suburb's not as affluent as this part of the suburb. You step
or that part of the suburb's not in the school catchment zone. Yep,
that's definitely an easy one to recognise as well. But if you don't know, you don't know. But, we're talking about price per square metre of land, quality of fixtures and fittings. But outside of that, we've just spoken about that, but outside of that, how good are your negotiation skills? How many times in the last 8 years have you negotiated a property? How many times in the last 8 years are has the market been as hot as it is now? And the reality is, right now as we speak, it's been the last 4 years of hot market. So if you'd come 8 years ago to buy a property, you're way out of the market. If you think the property's risen 150%, the property market's risen 150%, but in fact it's only risen 70%, i.e. the people that come through when you were there, you've literally, the sellers will thank you. But what you've actually done outside of that to the dynamics of the property market is this property now, if you'd bought it at $2.5 million, becomes a new norm and the property prices just go bazonkers. So there's so many dynamics to it, but there's some big mistakes that I guess.
One more that I'll add we see with clients sometimes is, there's 12 pictures on realestate.com. I can just have a look at those pictures and then talk to the selling agent, and that's how I'm going to manage this transaction. the amount of properties that we have been to inspect, and I'm sure you as a punter have been in the same situation as well, where you see some pictures of a property, you go and have a look at said property, and they're two completely different things.
Yep.
So if you're trusting those photos and you're trusting the agent to give you an indication of the condition of the property, that's another huge mistake. It is your requirement to do your own due diligence. It is not the selling agent's requirement to do your due diligence for you. So don't expect them to, because they're not going to.
So they say a picture paints 1,000 words, but you know, you probably want to go visit yourself because you need 2,000 words in a home. So yeah, guys, if you want to know any more information, please let us know. Come and have a chat to us, book in a free discovery meeting so we can see how we can marry up together, how we can help each other, and we can be on your journey, on your next journey. So until next time, happy investing.